Hi, welcome to Bodyandpoleonline. My name is Donna and this is Invertable. I'm joined by my assistants, Tammy and Patty. Let's get started. Come to standing on your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Drop your chin towards your chest. Begin to circle your head to the right. Next time your chin is in center, reverse directions, other way. Bring your head back up on your spine. Bring your hands to the skin in the front of your neck. Pull that skin down. Circle your head back to the right. And now feel a stretch in the front of your neck. Should feel good. Reverse directions, other way. Nice, release your hands off your neck. Reach your arms forward and make some stop signs. Make a fist, drive a motorcycle. A couple of times just like that. Nice, the next time your hands are open, stay there. Begin to flick water off your fingertips. Keep your arms nice and straight. Nice, now imagine you're grabbing something in the air. Make sock puppets. Excited sock puppets. Awesome, release. Bring your wrists together, hold hands with yourself, roll through your wrists. Reverse other way. Do a little dance. Reverse it. Nice, reach your hands out. Make the stop signs, reach your arms out to the side. Drive the heels of your hands out and then close your ribs off. Take tiny circles through your arms. You might feel a nervous sensation in your forearms and know that that is perfectly normal. Reverse directions, other way. Nice, come back to center. Drive the heels of your hands out, then slightly back. Should feel some feelings. Nice, reach the heels of your hands a little bit further. Now imagine you're holding doorknobs. Hold the doorknobs and turn them up and down. For 4, 3, 2, and in 1. Keep your palms facing up, open your hands, pulse back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your arms back, internally rotate through your arms, and externally rotate for 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice, release. Bring your hands in front of you, come to a tabletop. Wrap your elbow pits forward so the eye of your elbows face forward. From there, wrap back and forth a couple of times, wrap your elbows in, and beautiful. The next time your elbow pits face forward, stay there, wrap your elbow pits forward, and then push through your arms. Take a couple of scapula push-ups, bring your shoulder blades together, and then press through your arms, bring your shoulder blades apart. Couple of times, lower and lift. Keep your core hugged in the entire time. The next time your shoulder blades are apart, stay there. Let your knuckles hover up off the ground as if you were fondling your mat, and then circle your weight over your fingertip, and back. Over your finger pads, and back. Reverse directions, other way. And feel how you can distribute your weight in your hands. Keep pushing through all of your finger pads and the palm out of your hand the entire time. The next time your weight is over your finger pads, stay there. Reach the heel of one hand up, stretch through your fingertips, and lower. Switch, a couple of times. For an extra challenge, bring both at the same time. Nice, release the heels of your hands down. Keep your knuckles hovering up off the ground. Tuck your toes and then hover your knees 2 inches up off the mat. Continue to breathe. Push through your arms to dome up in the space between your shoulder blades. Lift your belly up and in and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees down. Walk your hands forward and bring your shoulders over your wrists. Lift your belly up and in, and then bring your knees together. You have the option to stay on your knees or extend back for a full high plank. Whatever option you take, squeeze your inner thighs, wrap your elbows forward, bend your elbows 90 degrees, and then exhale, extend through your arms, push up. We'll do 5 more. Inhale, lower, and then exhale, push up. Lower, push up. Just 3, lower, and push up. Last 2, your knees are there for you. Nice, last one. Awesome, come back onto your knees. Press back into a child's pose. Bring your toes together, spread your knees wide. Rest your forehead on the ground. Now begin to swing your arms forward, right, and left. Couple of times. Wonderful. This last round, keep your hands where they are. Come back up to a tabletop. Tuck your toes and then hinge back for a downward facing dog. For this first inversion of the day, bend your knees as much as you need. Find a length in your spine and lift your sits bones up towards the sky. Now, if you're arching your ribs, try to close it off so your shoulder blades come apart. Now look in between your thumbs. Inhale, shrug up into your shoulders. Pause here and breathe. Push into the ground as if you were pushing the earth away from you for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in 1, release your shoulders out of your ears. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Inhale, shrug up, push in your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Nice, keep your ribs closed the whole time. 2 more, push and shrug. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Last time, close your ribs. Push as hard as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in 1, release. Bring your knees back down. Gonna sit on your heels. Bring your thumbs together and bring your fingertips together as well. Close your ribs off. Now reach your arms up to the point where you're like, oh, that's as far as they go. Then shrug your shoulders a little bit higher so your shoulders come up by your ears. Then reach your arms slightly further back, pulse back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay back in 1, stay here, close your ribs. And now try to use the muscles in your mid-back to pull your arms a little further for 5, 4, you got it, for 3, 2, and in 1, release. Shake it out. 1 more time, bring your opposite thumb on top, bring your fingertips together, close your ribs off. Now reach your arms up towards the sky. Shrug your shoulders into your ears, and then reach your arms a little bit further, pulse back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay back in 1, stay here, close your ribs, keep your chin away from your chest. Reach your arms a little bit further for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Awesome job. Let's talk about a hollow body hold. For your hollow body, you can start by coming onto your back. You lift your shoulder blades up, reverse tabletop your legs. The purpose and the goal of this exercise is to connect your upper body to your lower body. So while you might want to splay your ribs, you want to close everything off and press your low back down. Option 1, you grab behind your thighs, bring your chin up towards your chest so your shoulder blades come up off the mat. But imagine there's an apple underneath your chin so your neck stays long. Option is stay here. Option to extend one leg long. If your low back comes up, bring your knee back in. If you can keep your leg extended, extend your opposite leg and squeeze your inner thighs together. Drive your navel into the ground. Option to stay here or option to reach your arms overhead. Keep your shoulder blades off the mat. We're gonna hold for 10 more seconds. Hold for 10, 9, 8, press your low back down for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Massage your low back down. Remember that feeling. For this next exercise, you'll need one block. Place the block in between your thighs. Flex your toes towards your face and then put your footprints on the ceiling. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your head. Lift your shoulder blades up. Again, imagine there's an apple underneath your chin. This exercise is called reverse crunches. Use your low abs to lift your tailbone off the mat and lower. Lift up and lower. Every time you lift, take a tiny tuck in your hips and bring your legs straight up towards the sky. Let's take 8, 7, 6, press your low back down. For 5, keep your shoulder blades up. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Good job. Hug your knees in towards your chest, release the block. Remember that feeling of lifting up towards the sky. For this next variation of a hollow body, it's called a hollow body with a straddle. You can either bring your arms overhead or bring your hands to the ground. From here, you straddle your legs out, externally rotate. Use your low abs to lift your hips up to a plow pose. From here, either keep your hands on the ground or you can reach your arms overhead. As slowly as you can, slowly straddle your legs out and descend all the way down, keeping your hips lifted as long as you can. You come up to your hollow body and then you go back. Let's do that 4 more times. Straddle your legs out. Lift all the way up to a plow. Then keep your hips lifted as long as you can. Straddle your legs out. Slowly make your way all the way down. 3 more. Keep going. Gravity gets very heavy right around this midpoint, so keep lifting up as you straddle all the way out. Again, always optional, put your hands on the mat. Nice, and then after you finish your 4, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock up and down along your spine. Come up to a seat. And that was your hollow body hold with a straddle. To get started, bring your toes to face out, your heels in. Lift up through your quads. Inhale, reach your arms nice and high. And then exhale, bring your hands through your heart, bend your knees, and ensure your knees track in line with your toes. Couple of times, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, squat down. Keep your shoulders up. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, reach up, push through your legs. Exhale, lower down. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your hands to your thighs, inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, twist to the left, push through your right arms. As you inhale, lengthen through your chest. And as you exhale, push a little bit more through your right hand. Wonderful, come back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, push through your left arm, rotate to the right. As you inhale, lengthen through each of your vertebrae. And as you exhale, push a little bit more, find a twist. Wonderful, come back to center. You can bring your hands to your hips or you can reach your arms out to the side. Reach your right heel up and keep weight in the big toe side of your foot. And then lower down other side, reach your left heel up and lower. Couple of times, reach up and lower. Option to stay here. Option to reach both heels up at the same time. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release, parallel your feet, hinge at your hips, bring your hands to the ground. Walk your feet in slightly, keep your toes externally rotated, and then bend your knees, come to a primal squat. Sit your sits bones low towards your heels. If this feels uncomfortable, you always have the option to sit up on a block to support you a little bit more. Ensure that your knees come out over your toes. Bring your hands to your heart center and dig your elbows into your knees. Then drive your knees into your elbows so you're creating resistance or traction. Push your elbows out, push your knees in, pull your chest forward and hold for 5, 4, push hard for 3, 2, and in 1, squeeze your glutes to lift your knees off your arms and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it again. Push your knees into your arms, pull your chest forward, squeeze your butt for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in 1, squeeze your glutes to lift your knees off your arms. 5, pull your heart forward, 4, 3, 2, and in 1, relax. Awesome job. Release the block from underneath your seat and sit back. Open your legs out for a nice, easy straddle. Main priority, make sure your kneecaps point up, flex your toes to protect your knees and to fire through your quads. If you feel like you're curling back, you can definitely sit up on the block to support you so you have a nice long spine. Whatever option you take, just make sure you have a nice long spine. You can also use a block to support you in front of you. You choose. From here, begin to tuck and tilt your hips, arch and curl. As if your pelvis was a bowl sloshing forward and back. Circle your hips to the right. Reverse other way. Nice. Come back to center. Tent your fingertips by your right thigh. Flex your right toes more. Fire through your quads so maybe your heel even lifts up. Then reach your right leg up for 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. Tent your fingertips by your left thigh. Lift your left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Both at the same time? Okay. Tent your fingertips in front of you. Arch your spine. Lift your legs up. 3, 2. Stay up in 1 and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Lower down. Arch your spine. Walk your fingertips forward so you arch and bring your belly a little closer to the ground. Nice. If this feels like you're curling in your back, walk back just slightly. Priority is to find a nice long spine. Option is stay here, or if you'd like, reach your fingertips back behind you. Arch your spine, bring your belly a little closer to the ground, and hold for 5. Arch, squeeze your butt for 4, 3, 2, and in 1, use your back muscles to lift all the way back up. You have the option to stay there and do that one more time. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to the side or in the air. The higher your arms go, the heavier it will feel. Whatever option you take, arch your spine, squeeze your butt, flex your toes, and then lower all the way down. Hover up off the mat so your belly is the closest point to the ground. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in 1, come all the way up. Awesome job. Again, option to stay here, or option to walk slightly further forward as long as your belly is the closest point to the ground. Perhaps you get even lower. Whatever's most supportive for you. And then just breathe in your inner thighs, flex your toes a lot to activate through your quads. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, bring your belly a little closer to the ground. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, shimmy your legs together. Awesome job. This next arm balancing posture is called crow pose. I will show it first and then we'll break it down. To get into crow pose, you create a shelf with your arms. You can plant your hands shoulder width distance, bring your feet about hips width distance, and then wrap your elbows forward, and then create a slight bend in your elbows so you create a shelf with your triceps. From here, bring your knees towards your armpits. The higher your knees get, the more supportive it will be. Then come up on your tippy toes, wrap your elbows in. Now drive your triceps into your knees into your triceps. Lift your belly up off of your thigh. From here, bring your weight forward. Option to stay here. Option to bring one heel towards your sits bone. Maybe you switch. Maybe you tap dance. Or maybe you bring both heels up at the same time. For the next advanced variation, you can extend your arms. And keep pushing your knees forward and look out. Beautiful. Once you've tried that, you can come back in. A key part of this exercise is bringing your weight forward so your shoulders come almost past your wrists. That's how you get your weight up off the ground. Patty, if you don't mind doing it up here. I will also demonstrate a way that you can support or encourage someone to come forward in your crow pose. Plant your hands, shoulder width distance, wrap your elbow pits forward. Beautiful, then bring your knees towards your triceps. Beautiful, and then pour your shoulders forward and look where you want to go. Awesome job, Patty. Now lift your belly up away from your thighs. Good job. We're here for 2 more breaths. Bring your heels all the way to your sits bones if you can. Good job. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale and slowly lower down whenever you're ready. Awesome job. Yeah. Awesome. And that's how you get into crow pose. The next series of exercises we're going to do is to prime the action for a straddle press handstand. For a straddle press handstand, you need to experience a lot of compression in your hips. So we're going to be working on a lot of those feelings. For this first exercise, you can plant your hands shoulder width distance on the mat. Bring your feet slightly wider than your hands. If you need to bend your knees, you totally can. From here, lock out your arms, rotate your elbow pits forward, and then let your knuckles start to hug up off the mat. From here, just come up onto your tippy toes so your weight comes forward and lower. Keep looking in between your thumbs. Again, you lift and lower. Let's do 3 more. Last 2, push through your arms. Last one. Awesome job. And you can release down. For this next drill, you will use 2 blocks. Sometimes it's nice to feel your hands on the wood, so if you need to double up your mats and make some space, feel free. For this, you can use your 2 blocks and place them just slightly in front of your feet. Still in your wide-legged forward fold, plant your hands shoulder-width distance. You lock out your arms, rotate your elbow pits forward. You come up onto your tippy toes so your weight comes into your hands, and then keep your weight forward to bring your toes onto your blocks. Nice, and then you lower, bring weight into your hands to release. Couple of times. Bring weight forward, shrug through your shoulders, lift. Then exhale, lower. Again, bend your knees if you need. Pour weight forward, lift. And lower. One last time. And lower. Awesome, come on down for a second. You have the option to continue doing that. If you're ready for the next level of compression, you can keep your blocks where they are, but bring your feet forward past your blocks and back. For this, you plant your hands again where they were, shoulder width distance. First, plant your hands and then walk your feet up onto your blocks. Keep shrugging through your shoulders, push through your arms, look in between your hands. Then lower your toes down onto the ground. Then push through your hands and lift back up. Even though it's a small distance, it feels like a mile. Again, you lower and lift. Let's do 3 more. Last 2, push. Look between your thumbs. Last one. Awesome, you can come on back down. The next step of this progression, if you're really continuing to feel this compression and you want to go to the next level, you can start finding wrist taps, where you bring your toes to your forearms or your wrists and back. I show you. From here, you plant your hands shoulder width distance. First, plant your hands on the ground and then walk your feet up onto your blocks. From here, continue to push through your arms, widen the space between your shoulder blades, pour weight into your hands, bring one toe to your forearm and back. Other toe and back. If that's working, you can start to tap dance. Eventually, you can bring both toes on your forearms and back. Cool? If this isn't happening yet, that's also totally fine. You just continue with the next level of the progression that we did earlier. Whether it's lifting up onto your tippy toes, coming up onto the blocks, coming up off the blocks, or the wrist taps. Let's try it one time. You plant your hands, bring your feet up onto your blocks. Push through your arms, look between your thumbs. Bring one toe up to your forearm and back. Then the other. Beautiful. If you need to bend your knees, you can. If that's working, keep pushing through your arms. You can bring both toes up. Maybe eventually you find a float. Maybe eventually you straddle all the way up. Beautiful job. To exit, you release all the way back down and come to a seat. Those are your straddle press drills. For this drill, we'll be using the wall. We're going to do L's against the wall. I will show you first and then talk about certain specific muscle actions to focus on, and then I will show you with the spot as well. For your L, to set up, you start by bringing your legs width distance away. You do this to know how far away to be from the wall. From there, you can plant your hands next to your hips, and then pivot, and plant your hands to your shoulder width distance in your palms. From there, you push through your arms and wrap your elbow pits forward, and then let your knuckles come up off the ground. From here, you tuck your toes and lift your butt up in the air. You can bring one foot up, and then the other, and then you push through your legs to bring weight into your hands. Now, instead of arching your spine, you want to close your ribs, push through your arms, and bring weight into your shoulders. This is the first variation and option. To exit, you just bend your knees and walk down the way you came. If for whatever reason you feel like you get too fatigued and you can't come down that way, you can cartwheel out. This is the safer version than landing on your face. I'll show you how to do that. You plant your hands again where you set up. You come to your L. If for whatever reason you go too far up, you can simply step off to the side. Sounds good? Let's do now the spot. Tammy, come on over. Plant your legs width distance away from the wall. From here, plant your hands next to your hips, and then pivot and plant your hands shoulder width distance. Nice. From here, plant your hands, tuck your toes, and lift your butt up in the air. Walk your feet up. Nice, good job. And then the other. Beautiful. From here, close your ribs off and shrug, push through your shoulders. Good job. Awesome work. Keep looking between your thumbs. Squeeze your inner thighs, push through your arms. 4, 3, 2, and in 1, bend your knees and step back down the way you came. Awesome job. Great. That is your first step. If that's starting to work, you can start releasing one leg up off the wall and coming back down and then switching. I will show you first, and then I'll also show you with the spot. For this, you set up like you're about to do the L. Plant your hands hips width distance. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. Push through your arms, tuck your toes, walk your feet up, and then push through your legs. Close your ribs and look between your thumbs. You want to load your shoulders with your weight and stack your shoulders over your wrists. From here, you can reach one leg up, so reach towards the sky. Maybe you put a heel on, lower, and switch. If this is working, you can press off the wall, hover, and lower. To exit, you come down the way you came. The goal is to use as little momentum as possible so you are in control of the action of bringing your legs up over your hips. Continuing to push and shrug through your shoulders, wrap your elbow pits forward and closing your ribs off. Hattie, do you mind demoing? From here, you set up for your L. Plant your legs width distance. Plant your hands and then tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Nice, then you walk one foot up and then the other. And then push through your legs, so load more weight into your shoulders. From here, close your ribs off. Nice, shrug through your shoulders. Reach one leg up towards the sky. Beautiful job. And then lower it back down. Let's switch to the other side. Beautiful, keep closing your ribs off. Nice job, shrug through your shoulders. Beautiful. If that's working, you can release one leg off. Pull, lift it up, squeeze it. Hold, and switch. Bring your opposite leg back to the wall. And lower. Good job. To exit, you just walk back down the way you came. Awesome work, Patty. And those are your L drills.